is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
All that engagement helps the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you all again for another great stream of Sonic Frontiers. Until next time. I received a tip from Sirius7. He's tipped me $30 tonight. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
Last chance, anyone, since we're in the home stretch here. If you wanted to give the stream a like, see if we can hit 100 likes and a silly bubble blow, that'd be great for engagement purposes. Anyone else who's seeking to maybe support the stream in any way, now would be your last chance to do so before we adjourn in about 20 minutes. Good progress. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for anyone who chilled and supported the stream in any way. I appreciate that. And in a few more days' time, we'll take on Clayface, and after that, we'll finish the game. Sound good? Thank you for watching. Appreciate that.
Oh, fuck. I need more money. I need money. Come on. I need money.
So here's what I'll do. I'm not going to get rid of Twitter, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror it here on DSP Gaming. So if I have something to say, whether it's simply a comment about a game or a playthrough, whether it's a funny picture I want to share with the internet, a poll that I want to do a flash poll of or whatever, whatever it is, I'm going to post it up here on DSP Gaming. I think it makes more sense. And by the way, I get more engagement here on DSP Gaming than I do on Twitter.
Wow.
Please remember, engagement is key. With a playthrough like this, leaving likes on the videos if you like them. I'm not asking for putting likes on videos you don't like, but if you enjoy the video and you leave a like, and if you leave a comment on the video, that's appropriate, of course. That's appropriate to what we're doing here. Basically, that would be awesome. It would help for engagement purposes. It would make people see that I'm playing the game, and hopefully it would toss my channel into the algorithm, so that people will see the playthrough and come find it. That's the problem right now, is I'm just lost in the algorithm, you know? The channel who used to be actually very, very highly recommended is not recommended at all, all right? To anyone who doesn't just watch the channel. I'm not even in the discussion, okay? All right, if you guys are going to argue about nonsense, I'm just going to start timing people out. This is ridiculous. I see idiots fucking arguing in the chat. I'm having enough.
Banned, 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 banned. Gone. Forever.
I'll just direct your attention once again to the channel members. Remember, we are trying to hit a goal within the next week to week and a half. Basically, we need to hit this by around Thanksgiving. If we're going to do a Christmas marathon event, we have to have this goal hit by around Thanksgiving. That's kind of the time frame that we have. Okay, so we got about a week and a half left, because it was around that time last month when a giant member bomb was gifted to the channel. That's what propelled us from like 500 members all the way up to 1,000, okay? And a lot of those, I mean, obviously most of those are going to be expiring within about a week to a week and a half's time, all right? So, it would be great if you were interested in becoming a member, or maybe if you wanted to help out the channel and help your fellow viewer. Possibly gifting a membership to your fellow viewer is a great way to not only support the channel, but also help out someone else who also likes the content, you know, being the gifting holiday spirit, right?
Beggar e-begging. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things I learned playing YouTuber's Life 2 earlier today, you absolutely should be begging constantly for everything.
We haven't really made progress, in about 2-3 weeks. We just kind of had a decline. And it's a little, is it sad? No, but it's a little disappointing, because you would have hoped that me playing all the hot new releases over the last few weeks might have brought people in. If you haven't noticed, it hasn't at all, which is very sad. It just basically means that DSP Gaming doesn't get any attention in the YouTube landscape, right? When it comes to the algorithm and stuff, no one's finding DSP Gaming as a channel to watch anymore for new releases. That sucks, all right? And in fact, someone had actually wrote me an email yesterday and basically said, you know, it's not that you're not successful, because you are. You have a channel that has a dedicated fan base. People support you, obviously. But it just sucks. You're not the old DSP that people went to watch all the new games anymore. Now you're a DSP that people who have an acquired taste for you will support, but you're not bringing in those kind of viewers anymore. And then what this person actually suggested is that rather than focusing on new release after new release after new release during this time of year, that I only pick and choose very few. Like maybe I would, in 1 month, I would only play 2 new games.
過酷な運命を背負って極道の構想に巻き込まれていた。
The intent behind saying, hey, Phil, play Street Fighter 5 now is you're not going to get good at it, you're going to suck at it, but at least you're going to get your foothold back in Street Fighter. People can get used to watching you play Street Fighter 5 maybe once a week, so at least they're used to seeing you play fighting games in general, right? And then, that way when Street Fighter 6 comes out, it's not like, oh, it's a shock, Phil's playing a hot new fighting game and now he's going to cover it in depth or whatever. That I definitely saw a boost to the channel's attention that one weekend when I was part of the closed beta. And so I feel when Street Fighter 6 comes out, as long as I give it a fair shake and I play it a good amount and I try to learn it, I might see an actual healthy increase of attention here on the channel again. Because honestly, I'm not seeing it. Take a look at God of War Ragnarok. Not to say that I'm not appreciative of those of you who are watching it and tuning into the streams and watching the playthrough. But have you seen the views on it? Part 1 of God of War Ragnarok from last Wednesday doesn't even have 5,000 views yet.
I need the views. I need the day one attention. It reeks of desperation. Oh, come on. Please give me those day one views and extra monies. Please give me money, money, money. Views, views, views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
Every part after that, okay, I take that back because now I'm looking and the views did go up. So part 2 and 3 each have around 2,000 views on them. Talk about a fall off from around 5,000 down to 2,000 views. So less than half the people who watched part 1 even bothered watching part 2. Okay? And then when you get into the further parts like 4, 5, and 6, there's even further drop off. You want to talk about the God of War I played 2 days ago when I came back from break on Friday? Don't even have 1,000 views. And that's in 2 days. You know? So what I'm seeing basically is that this person is right. This person who wrote me the email is absolutely correct. There are not people coming to DSP Gaming anymore to watch me play the hot new releases. There's some exceptions. Elden Ring earlier this year was the most successful playthrough I had done in like 4+ years. But outside of that, me playing new releases just does not bring eyeballs to the channel anymore. And I have to agree with this person who sent me this email. However, the question is, what do you do then? What do I purely cater to the audience that I have here that loves my content? If that's the case, what do they want? Because it seems like that's not always an answer that I can get a definitive answer from you guys. When I ask you, what do you want? One person will say, oh, I want you to play Pokemon. The other person will be like, well, I want you to play more God of War. Then the other person's like, you know, I really miss Street Fighter. And I get all these different answers, and I can't really get a definitive, this is what you should do.
Do you want to play the fucking game?
I don't know. It's basically, the way I see it is, we need to figure out what to do with this channel. Now, by the way, I'm not complaining. The channel is doing well. Even though from the outside you may look and say, geez, Phil's playing a new release and it doesn't even get 5,000 views anymore, right? Right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you there. But at the same time, understand, the support on the streams is great. So, I'm not complaining. Even though the viewership has dwindled, if anything, what this is showing, let's be honest here, is that the people who support this channel have always supported it, and everything else was just periphery views. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, a lot of people were coming to the channel and watching the content, but they weren't supporting the content. They were just here to watch. A lot of those people have gone, but the people who actually really like the content are still here and are still supporting it. Because I haven't seen any kind of a dip in support. At all. Because you're, oh my god, the sky is falling. It looks like your overall views are down on your hot new release playthroughs. Okay, but I'm still doing just as well. So does it matter? I guess not, right? But what is the best solution for the future? I think this is the discussion we need to start. I do feel that way. Like, we should start looking at things in a different way. All right? I'm never going to be I'm never going to be Maximilian. I'm never going to be an Angry Joe. Because people always constantly compare me to these people I'm not. Typical example. What was it last week? That I addressed that Moist Critical compared me or brought me up in a comparison to Boogie. Boogie. Do you know who Boogie is? He's a YouTuber with 4 million subscribers. He used to have 5 million. He used to put out videos that on the daily would get hundreds of thousands to millions of views. All right? This guy was exponentially more popular than me on YouTube. And then they bring me up in reference to someone like that as if it's the same comparison. It's not at all. It never was. When people always compared me to the Angry Joes and they compared me to, you know, other content creators, it was never a direct comparison. It was kind of an unfair comparison that was never in scale. You know what I mean? So, to me, all right, I think like what we need to do is start being more realistic about who I am, the content that I put out, who watches it, and how to proceed, you know? And I think the course here is not how to make DSP gaming hit the YouTube algorithm right, and now we get a bunch of new viewers coming in to watch the content. I don't think that's the case. I think it's more of what we need to do is find a way to cater to those who are already here, who are dedicated, and then to convince, slowly, a few other intelligent people to come here and say this is why this content is what you would want, as opposed to all the other very commercialized, very homogenized, very similar content that you can find on YouTube. Let's be honest, the content on DSP Gaming is pretty different.
That is trash gameplay.
Pretty different from what you would find on a typical I make a living doing gaming channel on YouTube, right? It's funny because every night as I'm going to sleep, I typically open up my YouTube app now and I just start scrolling through what's popular on YouTube. And very few long-form gaming channels like mine are even surviving. What everyone has had to do is jump basically on top of these trends. Constantly, you have to pump out a video. Oh, what happened to this person? Or what happened to this YouTuber? Or what happened to this game? Why did this game fail? The top 10 worst, the top 10 most disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's like some kind of a researched docu-vid about something negative or toxic. Like, that's what's popular on YouTube now. And it's weird. It's very weird. That's, because I'm looking at it, I'm like, some of this is the easiest you could do. I've seen people do, like, the history of classic Street Fighter, right? A video that just does a montage of, here's all the history of Street Fighter and how it progressed over time with commentary over it. Millions of views. I'm like, I could have done that.
I'm being real honest with everyone. Just making an edited YouTube video is very easy. Doing live improv reactionary commentary is tough. The hard shit is sitting here playing the raw games. That's the hard part. Streaming is way harder than just editing videos for YouTube. Okay? It is. Real talk.
Easily. In fact, I have more knowledge than the person who made the video, because I lived it. I grew up doing that. And I look at the content like, this is it now. This is what YouTube is. It's become this weird place where everything's almost the same. That's what's popular on YouTube. There's always a fad. And that's kind of the fad right now. Do I want to do that style of content? Not really. Do I enjoy doing edited content? I do. I've done it before. I did it on KO Gaming for a whole year, and it was popular, and I had million view videos on there. But to me, as a gamer, I prefer to chill with you guys, have social interaction, and enjoy games on a daily basis. That's really where I enjoy doing the most. For me to say, guys, I'm going to do an edited style video that's like a documentary about the history of something that I know, and by the way, that means that now I have to cut down on half of my streams this week in order to do voiceovers, to get the footage together, to edit it, I don't want to do that. I like being a streamer.
Phil, why are you an e-bagger? But you told me to become a full-time streamer. Like, I'm a beggar on my streams. I just keep asking for my fans for support.
He says, suggestions on what games to play. I think you should refrain from playing games like Sonic or a princess game. Sonic or a princess game that might have 1 to 2 guys supporting it. It harms viewership. If the streams only have 150 people tuning in, no one talk. Alright, I'm just going to ignore him from now on. The princess game. Okay. Alright, Snow Carl. Thanks for nothing. Thanks for the $2 in nonsense, and I'm not even answering your dumb... It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, dude, fucking... You gotta... The sad fact is, Snow Carl has a very intelligent brain. In his head. He just chooses not to use it. He just, he'd rather pretend like it's funny to joke about the things I do on the streams, to bite into detractor memes. He thinks I'm dumb. Like, how dumb do you think I really am? Do you not think that I know that you're watching their content, that you're probably in one of their streams right now talking with them, and you probably brainstorm about little things to ask me with your little dollar tips? Like, how dumb do you think I am? Really? And it's not like we haven't talked about this before. You're just, goddamn, dude. At this point, I'm just not going to pay attention to you anymore. I'm just going to say thanks for the dollar tip and never read your message ever again because you're an idiot. Or at least you act like one on my streams to get attention. So I've had enough of your nonsense.
Toxic again.
Guys, some people are talking that people aren't talking that much. I don't know what to tell you. We have almost 250 people. We had way more before I took my break. I don't know what to tell you. The game's a hot new game. I'm playing it. I'm really enjoying it. It's one of my favorite games of the year. I can't make people show up, and I also can't make people talk. It's not a big deal. I'm here to talk with you guys if you want. Please tag me in the chat, and we'll talk. But outside of that, sitting in the chat saying no one's talking is not going to help anyone, including yourselves. Okay?
He almost got me toxic. He almost got me toxic.
So anyway, if you're watching this on demand on YouTube on DsP Gaming, I hope you'll consider giving the video a like if you're enjoying the playthrough so far, and also leaving comments and let me know what you think. That would help for engagement. Thank you.
That's not begging. That's business.
Guys, just so you know, about 30 minutes left on today's session, alright? 30 minutes to see how far we can get here in Alfheim. Thanks to everyone who's been a great audience and chilled and supported the stream. Last chance if everyone wanted to make that hat goal happen at $100 in tips. Just throwing it out there. If not, if it doesn't happen, it's fine. But if it ends up happening last minute, that means I have to just pick a hat quick. If we get it, you know, sooner, then you could have a poll you can pick. So it's up to you. But, thanks anyway. Either way, it's all good. It's been a great stream today.
Begathon.
By the way, it appears I received an $11 tip at the last possible minute. I did. Silly hat time. There's no time. Thank you very much, whoever that was. It didn't have a name. It just said silly hat time. I appreciate that. The problem is, now we don't have time for a hat. And that's what I said. Like, you know, if we had tips earlier, we would have had time for a poll and a hat and everything. The stream is literally ending right now. So I can't give you what you want. The stream is over. Okay? People are saying do the Sonic hat. Fine. I'll put on the Sonic hat for like 10 seconds as I talk. So...
And the man of orange sent me $1.30, says, do you have a Sonichu medallion? No, you've got your lolcows confused. That's Chris Chandler. That's not me. That's someone completely different. You're totally on the wrong... I mean, you wouldn't even find gameplay like this on a Chris Chandler session, all right? You got to go to the right session if you want to see that kind of content, all right?
And again, final reminder for those watching on YouTube. With a big playthrough like this and a big game like this, all right? It absolutely will help this channel if you like the videos you're watching and you leave comments. Even again, if it's as simple as say, hey, good playthrough, or just doing this for the algorithm or whatever. It helps. So, thank you in advance to anyone who's been watching and stayed engaged with the content now that we're like, you know, what is this, like 11 videos in or something like that. And thanks to you guys watching here on stream as well for your ongoing support of the playthrough. All right, until next time, in a couple days, thanks a lot. See you for the next session of God of War.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. Yeah, I got him. I can't. Wow, finally. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory. But I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.